NFL Week 2 in or out statements. First statement up. Trevor Lawrence is a franchise quarterback.
I'm still in on it. I think I'm going to still give him to the end of the year. I do think he's shown you some bright spots. The accuracy has been a little spotty. Him and BTJ have to get that connection, but I'm still in on it.
It's early, so I'm not going to be out on it, but the early returns aren't encouraging. I mean, I think maybe it's my fault. I was expecting them to hit the ground running. I was expecting them with BTJ and Travis Hunter, ETN to look solid that pretty early on to the season, especially considering Panthers week 1, Bengals week 2. I would expect after 2 weeks, it's like 8 total touchdowns and 2 turnovers. And we have not really gotten that from Trevor.
If this were anybody not named Trevor Lawrence, the answer would be absolutely no. You just said it so perfectly. You are up against the Panthers, you're up against the Cincinnati Bengals, and you look, if I'm being honest, average. You look average. That's how I felt after watching the Panthers and the Bengals game. I'm out.
I think he's a good quarterback. I just don't see special. I think there are moments, but he can't put it together consistently. And I think the accuracy is a huge problem. A big talking point on Twitter is the BTJ stuff and him not bracing for hits and avoiding contact. I agree with that. I think BTJ had the worst career game that he's played thus far in the NFL.
It's tough.
I also think that Trevor Lawrence needs to do a better job of protecting his receiver because the second interception that he threw, he was definitely leading BTJ into a nasty hit when there was a spot in the zone for him to settle into and for it not to be a pass that he led him into defenders.
I agree with that. I also hated BTJ stopping the route, though.
Yeah.
But I think he stopped the route because he was sitting in that zone.
I think he stopped the route because he was shitting himself.
Oh, my God, Bucky.
Damn. Where do you draw the line at
Franchise
you're not a
quarterbacks?
franchise? Yeah.
I feel like you have to be like a bona fide top 10 quarterback.
Okay.
If you aren't a bona fide top 10 quarterback, I cannot consider you as a true franchise quarterback.
Okay. That's fair.
If you're outside that top 15, I really can't.
Interesting. So K1's not a franchise quarterback?
No, I wouldn't consider him as that.
I could see Kyler Murray being a quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals for the rest of his career.
I could. Maybe a franchise that pays you, if that's like the specific definition you want to go by.
Semantics.
What the fuck?
But then it's like, was Derek Carr a franchise quarterback?
What's your definition of franchise
Eli Manning,
quarterback?
yes.
Like you just spend your franchise?
Yes. I mean, like you spent over 10 years with a franchise.
A franchise quarterback for me is your greatness level.
You do 10 years with a franchise, bro? Come on.
When I think franchise quarterback, I'm thinking you can win a Super Bowl. Like you are good enough. Like sure, you're going to need a good
like
team
MVP.
around you. But yeah, you should have like a couple of years, your MVP contender. You should be a Super Bowl contender. Maybe not every year, but we look at you and be like, that guy can win a Super Bowl.
Dak?
I think Dak's franchise quarterback.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah,
I'm just wondering where we're at here.
Dak is fringe, and Dak is over Lawrence.
Yeah.
Easily.
Comfortably.
Like it's so
So
far.
comfortable.
That's why for me, it's like when I look at, for example, Derek Carr, he spent a long time with the Raiders, but he's just a good quarterback. There ain't nothing special there.
I would have called him a franchise quarterback because he was.
He was there for a minute.
Next statement, Daniel Jones is this year's Sam Darnold.
Man, he's going to be easily the guy that everybody looks at that nobody cared about. Nobody was giving him a real chance to be good. Yeah, that's Sam Darnold.
Narrative purposes, yeah, man.
Is there another Sam Darnold out there that we should consider? Like, is there
Geno, Ryan Tannehill?
Well, no, I'm sorry. This year.
It's also the idea that he will be Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking like, what other guys are in this?
Just Justin Fields.
It's just
probably.
a matter
Fields,
of is he going to do it or not?
I see.
It's going to be good enough to get a contract.
I think he'd get like a 2-year deal after this. I feel like what he's shown so far in the first 2 weeks is that he can run Shane Steichen's offense, and that's really all he's going to ask to do.
They just drove down the field on him.
Yeah, no, that was insane, actually.
9 seconds.
Yeah, I'm in on this. I think the Colts are the perfect situation for him, and I think he's going to play really well
Love
with
that.
them. Next statement, Steelers defense will hold them back. So it's not the offense. We're looking at the defense now.
I'm out on this. We still haven't seen Harmon. Herbig made his debut. He made himself known in game 1 already. It's sad that we haven't seen the TJ Watt we're used to. I think that's really what's hurting me watching this defense. He's not himself. Jalen Ramsey got burned by JSN on a play, even though he's had himself a great start to the season. I'm going to say I'm out on this. I still believe in them.
That's a tough question. I think offensively they've played well. Defensively, obviously, they haven't been the same Steelers team that we know them as. Cam Hayward still getting his legs up under him. I think, like you mentioned, TJ Watt's been dealing with some injuries. I'm gonna say out. I think that Steelers defense will get some life towards the middle of the year. They'll adjust. I'm gonna say out.
It's tough. I'm a little worried about TJ Watt just because the age, the injuries. Like, I think he'll be better than what he has been.
He hasn't had a sack in 6 games.
Dating back to last year. But it is concerning. Like, I don't think he's ever going to reach like top 3 edge rusher again. We look around the league. It's just too talented. But I think the defense will definitely get better. It's been terrible through 2 weeks. I mean, Seattle puts up, I guess, 24 points because you have the special teams touchdown, but the Jets were running all over you, and that just feels embarrassing. So I think I'm in on this. I don't think the offense is going to be special. Aaron Rodgers had a rough day, and the defense was pretty tough too.
For some reason, bad defenses just follow Aaron Rodgers around. But this has been happening since last year. Dating back to last year, the last 10 games of the Steelers, they've allowed 27 points per game. They've been one of the worst defenses in football. I don't think a rookie is going to help that. Derek Harmon's going to be a good addition, but I just think that they're old. They have a lot of name brands, but their defense is very simplistic. Their defense coordinator, Terrell Austin, is not good. He doesn't get creative at all. And TJ Watt only has 3 pressures against a rookie right tackle and Abraham Lucas, who's good, but it is the Seahawks offensive line, and we look at them as one of the worst offensive lines in football. The fact that the Jets score 32 and then get shut out by the Bills, the fact that the Seahawks score 31 and the week before the 49ers completely locked up their offense, I'm in on this. I think the Steelers defense is going to take a major step back this year.
To the Steelers defense, last year, the last like 6 or 7 games, there was like Chiefs, Ravens, Eagles. They played some dogs at the end of last year because, of course, they fell off and lost like 4 or 5 in a row.
Next statement, Cowboys will have a top 5 offense.
Pickens has like 200 yards on PIs. He's been that good for them. I'm going to say I'm in. I think the offense is really high powered. I think Dak, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, really impressive.
How about Javonte?
Can you not say
really
it? Just don't say it. It hurts because I want to see him succeed. I do want to see him do well.
He looks really good right now.
It's bothering me. It really is.
Top 5, I think I'm out on that ceiling, but I think they'll be top 10.
I'm going to be honest. I'm in. Dak Prescott knows how to sling the rock. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens is special. And what I saw out of George Pickens was what I was anticipating coming to the season against the Giants. But what caught everybody off guard is Javonte Williams being back.
Oh, God.
But I also think that it's because you're worrying about CeeDee, you're worrying about Pickens, that you're not thinking that Javonte is going to go ahead and catch you off guard. But he's that good. He's still strong. That's his claim to fame. The reason why he's in the NFL. He's such a bruiser. He's such a tough running back to bring down. You saw that versus the Giants. I'm in on it.
I'm in on it too. Now we just saw an offense drop out of it with the Bengals because Joe Burrow's not going to be there anymore. I just think they have the perfect passing attack, the perfect outside receivers, and Brian Schottenheimer's getting really creative with that offense. And the offensive line is young, and they're going to get better every week.
Can I tell you, I'm kind of not upset at Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones made some bold moves. He made some bold moves.
He be on some shit, man.
Schottenheimer, he got torched for.
I mean, you talk about, you don't have Brandon Aubrey on that team. You're 0-2, and you just lost to the Giants at home. It would be a lot different conversation.
You're making a good point. But the offense
looks
great.
great. Yeah, the offense looks great. Wow. Tough loss.
Tough look.
Tough loss.
Next statement, 49ers are fine with Mac Jones.
Yes. I think
I'm super in.
Shanahan, he's a QB whisperer. He's had...
What's wrong with us? Mac Jones is a good, like, he's one of the best backups. He's
solid. Ricky Pearsall is really good. Ayuk eventually comes back. You know, Kittle eventually comes back.
Do you have their schedule up? I could pull it up real quick if not.
Seems he's here.
So they're Purdy's out for what, 2 to 3 weeks?
Should be like 2-3 more games.
Okay, so they just beat the Saints. They have the Cardinals next week.
That's a winnable game.
Cardinals don't look like world beaters.
Rival game.
The week after, the Jaguars.
Winnable game.
So that's already, at that point,
they could be 4-0.
You're 3 weeks past Purdy. Then after that, they have the
He could
Rams.
even sit one more to get fully healthy. If you're sitting at 4-0.
I'm feeling fine. I think
what I'm
Mac
saying?
Jones, I mean, we make jokes about it all the time, but this was Kyle Shanahan's guy. He wanted Mac Jones. And again, Kyle Shanahan, we talk a lot about Shane Steichen and Daniel Jones. He just wants someone that's going to sit there and run his offense and not make mistakes. Mac Jones can do that.
I think he could do that too. I just have a hard time envisioning how it's going to look against better competition.
But the thing is, like, it's not Joe Burrow where he's out for the year. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks.
Exactly. And I think he can hold the fort and keep the offense afloat for a couple of weeks. Trent Williams had a bounce back game. That was huge. The Saints are a bottom dweller, and they don't have much defensive linemen.
They've been competitive through 2 weeks. I'll give them that, though. They have been. But even the Jaguars, like going from facing the Saints to the Jaguars is just a huge step up. Yeah. And that's when Mac Jones is really going to get tested. But if he can be clean, just run the offense, and CMC, most importantly, is healthy, I think they'll be fine.
He's their best pass catcher, like comfortably.
Who?
CMC.
Oh, yeah.
That touchdown was amazing, too.
Yeah, no, it was.
Next statement, the tush push should get banned.
I said it earlier and I'm saying it again. I'm out. 31 teams.
Should or will?
Should.
31 teams have the same opportunity to do what the Eagles do. The issue is they're not as strong. They're not as talented at doing it. Daniel Jones tried to do it, and the guy ended his season with a neck injury. He's not good enough to do it. Josh Allen, he's pretty close to doing it. Even still, he's not as successful as the tush push. You can do it. They just don't because they're not as good at it.
I'm out. It helps us win. So I think that's a pretty easy answer for me. They just voted on it last summer. So
and it was kind of
close.
It
was what I'm saying. Like, if it's split.
Did the Packers bring it up?
The Packers,
of course they did.
voted against it. Well, voted for it.
That's some loser shit, bro.
I think the Bills voted against it and they used it.
It's funny.
You know what I'm saying? So
because it's not the same.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate.
Maybe it's because Josh is so big. Like Hurts is like much more stocky.
He's shorter
like,
too, yeah.
Short,
But Josh also goes like he gets up and goes a different way. He doesn't even, they just push his ass.
I don't think it should be banned. I think what Drew said, right? Everyone can do what they're doing. There's nothing against this. It's just the Eagles are the best at it. But will it? Absolutely.
I'm out on it as long as they officiate it correctly. As long as they call the offsides that should be called against it, then I'm out on it, But I think a play like that, just like anything, you got to officiate it fairly. Next statement, Vikings made a mistake letting Sam Darnold walk.
How about you start us off?
I'm in on this.
It's a little early.
And I think it was good process, to be fair, for the Vikings. You drafted a quarterback highly, and you want to see what he has. But I don't see the wrong in letting a quarterback sit for a longer period of time. Jordan Love sat for 3 years before he played. They didn't rush him, and I know it's different. They had Aaron Rodgers, but when you look at what Sam Darnold did, people often sour on what he didn't do at the end of the year. He's 35 touchdowns, one of the highest graded quarterbacks on PFF. Led the Vikings to 14 wins. That defense was incredible, but Sam Darnold had a lot of game-winning drives. You just don't replace that. And I think how the Vikings approached it, which was logical, was that if we don't bring back Sam, we have a rookie quarterback on a rookie quarterback deal, so we can sign Will Fries and Ryan Kelly and Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, and we can get much better. Our team overall is going to be better, but our quarterback might be weaker, but that's fine because our team overall is going to be better. But what if Sam Darnold is worth that money? Right now, this year, his cap hit is $13 million. Next year, it's going to be $33.9 million. That is a great value for what he is, and he played like a great quarterback last year. So would I rather have a great quarterback and maybe not one of Jonathan Allen or Javon Hargrave, or have those guys, and then my quarterback in JJ still looks extremely raw? Like, there is no guarantee that JJ ever plays as well as Sam Darnold played last year. And I don't think that the Vikings needed to rush the decision, because there's two things that are being questioned with JJ right now. Number one, can he play? Is he good? And number two, can he stay healthy? His rookie year, he missed with the knee injury, non-contact in the preseason. And now he's going to be out a couple weeks with an ankle injury. This now 2 years back to back, he's hurt. So those are the two question marks you have with JJ. Can he play and can he stay healthy? And with Sam, you didn't have those question marks.
Sam is 33rd in EPA per play right now.
He played really well against the Steelers.
He's been all right. I think it's an early statement, obviously, with the way JJ's playing right now, which is complete and utter terrible. And Sam is playing all right over there in Seattle. It's definitely a good overreaction slightly. I get the process to it, though. I do think, like you mentioned, getting all those guys are still important. You know, you want to round out the team. And obviously Minnesota wants to win a Super Bowl, or they definitely want to be in contention. Also, they want to see what they have in their rookie. So I get it. I'm still, what was it? Sam should have been the quarterback. That was the question.
They should have never. They made a mistake letting him go.
I'm still out on it. I'm still stick with what I said in the summer. I think you give JJ a little bit more time. That is his first 2 games ever playing. And with Sam Darnold, there's going to be a ceiling. With JJ, although he's played awful, you still don't know his ceiling.
Oh,
That was
first
a
play
fast
interception.
You really hate to see it.
That's Dion Henley.
Hey,
Shout out Dion Henley.
Charger
But you
11.
said with Sam, there's a ceiling. I'd argue the ceiling with Sam is higher than JJ's.
We don't know that.
I think that Sam's more talented as a player. He's more talented as a passer and
Potentially.
a football.
We really don't know that.
I mean, I'm just basing the ceiling off of their talent levels and how well they can throw the football.
I mean,
Their ability to maneuver the pocket. I mean, college tape, it's not even close. Sam was
but why
the
would I
better
care about
prospect.
Sam's college tape from over a decade
But we
ago?
just saw what he did this past season, and
Yeah, he had a
everything,
great year.
everything that was on display in his college tape,
No, I
we
agree.
saw this past year.
But he had a great year, but it took him time to get to that year. He had to be in a he had to be in a great situation.
He had to be in a great
You know what I'm
situation.
saying? So I just want to give JJ some time because he may not have the same, athleticism or the same arm talent, but statistically, can it be of the same? Maybe. The ceiling for them was the second round last year, and they botched it at the end of the year. I think if he's a steady quarterback, they can make the second round.
Like, I think JJ ceiling is just being a steady quarterback. I feel like moving on from Sam and going with JJ was more so about cap flexibility.
For sure.
That's it. If they could keep both of them at the same price point, I mean, it's a no-brainer. But it's Sam needed to get paid, and that's it. And all I'm saying is that I don't know if they should have rushed the gun or they should have pushed for it because they could have gave Sam a 1-1. The Seahawks didn't guarantee him money past that third year, and he could have been the quarterback. And when JJ's ready, you throw him in there because what's everybody's expectation for Minnesota this year? It's to be a competitive team. It's a lot of pressure on a rookie.
Yeah, you trust your coaching staff. They're one of the best.
What is it? I think the stat was since 2010, only 2 quarterbacks haven't played a game in their first year that were drafted in the first round.
Jordan Love
And
JJ
McCarthy.
Yeah.
2 quarterbacks. That's it. And Jordan panned out pretty well.
1 for 1.
That is pretty fortunate. I do look at JJ, and I think that he has played a singular elite quarter of football as of right now. But if that's what the version of JJ that you're hoping for, right? That fourth quarter versus the Bears, if that's what the Vikings thought that they were getting in a quarterback, then I understand the move. I'm out on it. Yeah, I didn't like that decision. I'm out. I think they made the right call moving forward with JJ. The process is 100% sound, like you mentioned, but at the same time, you used a top 12 pick on this guy, JJ McCarthy. You've put all the faith in him, and now it allows you flexibility to improve the rest of your team. You can improve JJ McCarthy week by week. Yes, it's been a rough 2 games so far for him. However, he's young, just like the rest of this team. There's still a lot of time for them to reach their ultimate goal.
Yeah, it's probably too early to be in on this. I respect the stand. I think what Riv said, this is a good early season hot take, but I know this isn't a hot take. You love Sam Darnold. But I could see the world where it makes sense, right? Because Sam Darnold has proven that in this great system, you're going to be coming back with mostly the same team. He's going to give you borderline MVP level of play. And of course, everyone remembers the way the season ended last year. If it didn't end last year, I think you probably see Sam back with the Vikings, but the fact that the last couple games of the year were just some of the worst quarterback play you're going to see, not only from Sam, but from any level of quarterback, made it easier for this Vikings team to move on. But with that being said, you did use a top 10 pick on him, right? You're going to have to see him play. Maybe you could have been a bit more patient and brought back Sam for one more season. But I also think ownership and the fan base, for better or for worse, looks at Kevin O'Connell and looks at this offense and says, I've seen you figure this out with Nick Mullins.
Yeah.
Like, JJ, let's go. Let's use that rookie contract so we could build
Josh
out this
Dobbs.
team more. Josh Dobbs for a couple of games. So
Sanity.
it almost like their success is a reason why they were so
confident.
and confident to move on because we've seen them do it with subpar quarterbacks.
Yeah, no, I think about the alternative where Sam Darnold gets his second year in the same system and how much better he could have been. Because I think the number one thing plaguing him last year was the turnovers. But if he would have limited that a little bit more and kept that high level play up, we're talking about a quarterback that he is in the tier of the teens quarterbacks, right? The Kylers and the Brock Purdys and stuff. And those guys are going to pay $50 million.
Mm-hmm.
So if Sam Darnold could give you that type of level of production, I still think it is pretty worth it. We'll see what JJ is, though. Last statement. Falcons can win the NFC South.
Tampa looks good.
The Buccaneers are great.
Yeah, we just watched
They're
them play.
great. Their defense the last 2 weeks, I get that Michael Penix clutched up in the last fourth quarter. I thought they did a great job of making him uncomfortable, making him force throws, and really just not having any sense of comfort in that pocket. He stepped up when the moment was the brightest. I give Penix his respect and his flowers for that. But the Buccaneers defense came to play, and that offense, they just showed tonight versus a strong Texans defense. One drive, gotta have it. They can go up against one of the league's best and get it. I'm out on this. I will say I am moved by their defensive performance. I thought they did a great job against Tampa Bay, and that kind of has gotten overlooked. But I also think they did an even better job against Minnesota to the point where we're saying J.J. McCarthy may not be ready for the moment whatsoever. They just did such a great job of shutting down Minnesota. I respect them. I can see them potentially pushing for a wild card, though. These are two strong teams.
Atlanta could have been 2-0. That
Fact.
week one performance, they really put on the show. That game was back and forth. They beat Tampa last year twice. So they usually particularly play Tampa well. But I think I'm out on it just because I like Tampa Bay a little bit more, just from the talent perspective. You know, they get Tristan Wirth back. You know, their defense did look good. They have Vita Vea. They have Mike Evans. They have Chris Godwin coming back eventually.
Fact.
So they're getting reinforcements back. I think just the talent discrepancy between Atlanta and Tampa is just a little bit too big. Atlanta has a lot of youth, a lot of young talent that showed out in that Minnesota game, primetime game for sure. But I just trust Tampa's veteran experience a little bit more.